MBA State Tournament Finals. Today, the mixed doubles. Our number 3 seed, Julie Frotten and Brian Jacques, will take on our number 2 seeds, Elliot and Jim Ferris, for the right to take on our top seeds, Helen, Larson, and Jim Powers, in this special edition of Candlepin Doubles. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Leary. For the next 7 weeks, if you remember back to last year, we're going to have some fun. The MBA State Tournament Finals. For the next 3 weeks, we'll do the doubles champions, and then the following 4 weeks, we'll have the singles and the all-events champions. Let's run through the prize money situation for you. The first place winners today in the mixed doubles will take home $800, second place $500, and third place $250. I mentioned the top seeds, Helen Larson and Jim Powers. They'll get to sit and watch as our numbers 2 and 3 seeds bowl off for the right to take them on. The prize money situation, the same as it normally is. 3 marks in a row of any kind worth $50 in bonus money. 3 strikes in a row is worth an extra $1,000 in bonus money. And a 2-string combination of well, that doesn't apply today, does it? Well, I guess it would. It would apply if our 3 or 2 seeds win the first match and then go on and win the second match as well. A $275 or more for them would be worth an extra $200. I'm not sure if we've approved that, but I'll take it out of my pocket if I have to. All right, let's go on with the bowling. Here we go. Julie Frotten and Elliot. Julie had a 634 total for her 5 strings of bowling. To get here, Elliot, 629. Julie starts off with a spare. And Alice with 10. We'll proceed the same way. Julie and Alice will bowl the first 5 boxes here. And then their partners, Brian Jacques and Jim Ferris, will bowl the final 5. Julie added just 2 to the spare, so it's a 2-pin lead after 1. 12 to 10. And a couple of 6s. Nice shot. Julie Frotten with her second spare. This one in the third. And a spare for Elliot as well. Big fill. And now we're even. 35 apiece through 3. Alice adds another one, and Julie takes a 10. 45 through 4 for Julie Frotten and Brian Jacques, and 45 plus through 4 for Elliot and Jim Ferris. Alice adds 5 to the spare, 50 through 4. Three in a row, $50 in bonus money. And Julie takes a 10. So we're off and running 55 through 5 for Julie Frotten, and for Alice Elliot 60 plus a bonus ball. We'll take a break, and when we come back, their partners will step up. Brian Jacques and Jim Ferris right after this. Now steps up in the 6th frame. And Jim Ferris in the 6th, working on a spare. Only 3 in the spare. 63 through 5, good for an 8-pin lead. Brian spares in the 6th. Jim had 698 for his 5 strings. In getting here, the team of Jim Ferris and Alice Elliot with a 1327 total, 1 pin better than Julie Frotten and Brian Jacques at 1326. Our top seeds, Helen Larson and Jim Powers, bowled at 1343. Brian added 6 to the spare, 71 through 6, and a 1-pin lead. Back and forth we go. For a spare, he's got it. Right now we're even, but that will change when Jim Ferris throws his bonus ball. We've got the top 3 teams in the mixed doubles competition here out of 106 entries. Just missing by a couple of pins, Joanne Rosano and Don Richmond. They had a 1324. Good for $220. Joyce Frost and Tom Morgan. We're just 2 pins behind them, finishing in 5th place. Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris lead by 2. However, Brian Jacques, as you can see, has a much better spare lead. Just got it. Nice shot. What a spare. Jim Ferris needing a spare. Gets it. On the spare. $110. And that will do it. So a clutch spare in the 9th by Jim Ferris. Seconds after Brian Jacques had thrown one up there to seemingly take command. We'll take a look at the totals here. Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris are number 2 seeds. Finish up with a 119 to beat our number 3 seeds, Julie Frotten and Brian Jacques, 119 to 109. Jim Ferris and Alice Elliot now move on to the championship round to take on Helen Larson and Jim Powers for the 1989 Mixed Doubles Championship right after this. All right, here we go with the final round now. Alice Elliot will start it off with a team of Elliot and Ferris, And Helen Larson now. She and Jim Powers, the top seed coming into this, with a 1343 total. 16 pins better than Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris. And a 9. Helen had quite a variety of scores in her 5 strings, from a high of 161 to a low of 93 and a 5-string total of 600. Good for a 120 average. They're bowling for an $800 top prize, $500 to the runner-up here. Julie Frotten and Brian Jacques will take home $250 for their efforts today. Helen from Northeastern. In 8. So Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris lead by a couple here. Coming up next week, we'll have the 1989 MBA State Ladies Doubles Tournament champions. Jan DeStasio and Mal Honorado, the #1 seeds, followed by Nancy Vestal and Debbie Scannell, and Kathy Mahoney and Evie Flynn. Nice shot. Alice Spears in the 3rd. One, 3, 5, 8, and 9, and 5 and 8 remain. So the top seeds are losing a little ground. They trail by 3+ this first ball. Well, they trail by only 5. Alice had a high of 146 during her 5 strings of making it this far, and a low of 95. At a 125 average. Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris lead Helen Larson and Jim Powers by 6, with 6 to go. Helen has gone without a mark so far. She'd love to change that in her last frame. Alice Spears again in the 5th. So Jim Powers will have quite a chore ahead of him, as Helen finishes up with 10 and 44 through 5. Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris right now stand at 50 plus through 5. Jim Ferris steps up, working on the spare. All of them. And a 16-pin lead. Jim Powers turned in some great bowling in getting here. A 743 on his ball. A high of 172 and a low of 132. He averaged just about 150 with the 5 strings. But he'll have to hustle in the final 4 here. Down by 17 plus 2 bonus balls. 2 in a row. Well, it's certainly tough starting off down by a dozen or so and then have the guy opposite you throw a couple of strikes up there. That's what happened to Jim Powers. Nice 10. All right, here we go for 3 in a row. Jim Ferris, a newlywed of 2 months, could certainly use $1,000. 1 pin shy of 1,000. Well, he's racked up an extra 100 in bonus money anyway by stringing 4 in a row. Here you see it, 119 plus a bonus ball of 71. Needless to say, the match and the championship are no longer in doubt. This worth another $50 should Jim be able to convert it. And he's got it. $150 in bonus money. Nice shot by Jim Powers. First mark for them. A little bit late. On the spare. Jim has an outside shot at a 156 in this string, which added to the 119 in the previous string would put them at 275, worth an extra $200 in bonus money. He's got it. He's at 152. $200 in bonus money so far. Nothing for Jim Powers to do other than finish it off. All right, on the spare. 7 more. 159. And look at Jim Ferris's bowling. A strike in the 6, a strike in the 7. Spare, spare, spare. 159 to 98. They have won the championship convincingly. Jim Ferris and Alice Elliot take the 1989 MBA State Tournament Mixed Doubles Championship. The runners-up, Helen, Larson, and Jim Powers. We'll be back with everyone right after this. MBA State Mixed Doubles Champions are Alice Elliot and Jim Ferris. We'll get to them in a second, but first we'll hand out the dough to the runners-up. Our third-place finishers, Julie Frotten and Brian Jacques, $250. You take that, and thank you.
Thank you.
So, what do you think?
This is my first time winning, and I like it. Next year.
I thought maybe you had a chance there. Brian had the spare in the 9th, but
I dumbed 2 on my mark. we're happy coming in third.
Well, you probably thought the same thing when you threw the spare up there. Little did you think that that spare leave that Jim had was going to go.
Yeah, that's true. I thought we had a shot, but oh well, next year.
Now, just in case my French teacher was watching, it's spelled Brian Jacques, but it's pronounced Brian
Jakes.
Okay, I was right. All right. Thanks very much. All right, now our second place finishers, Helen Larson and Jim Powers. We have a check for you for $500. Helen, thanks very much. And what can you do when you have someone up there that bowls a 99 on his own ball for the final 5, huh?
You can't beat strikes. You can't get any better.
Yeah. Well, it must be tough being the top seed. You come in here and just sit and watch them warm up. And
right, they've already had 5 boxes, but Alice has been bowling very well. And they deserve it. Jimmy did good.
Jim didn't bowl bad, yeah.
They should have had a triple.
All right, well, we'll see you hopefully next year. Hopefully. Okay, Helen Larson and Jim Powers, thanks very much, and congratulations. All right, now let's bring the champs up. Alice, Elliot, and Jim Ferris, we've got a pile of money to give you. First, let's see. Alice, I'll give you this check. That's for $800 for winning, and we have $250 in regular bonus money and another $200 for exceeding the 275 limit. That's a pretty good day, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yes. See, anything more?
You can ask him. He's good.
All right, what about that bowler? What about the spare, first of all?
Well, I think she saved my neck in the first string by throwing a bunch of them in a row, and she gave me a little bit of a lead. And I don't know, I was just trying to throw as hard as I could at the head pin, and they went. I thought I had the triple, though.
But what about the spare in the ninth and the first string?
Oh, I just threw at it the way I normally would, just trying to get out of it, and it went. And I was real surprised that it went. Thank you, thank you.
All right, let's present the hardware, the proprietor of Pilgrim Lanes here in Haverhill, Sil Angelotti. Sil. Well, Sil, first for Alice.
Well, I'm here to present the trophies in behalf of the Mass Bowling Association. I want to compliment you both for doing a terrific job, and certainly a credit for the game of candlepin bowling.
Okay, Sil, thanks very much. And Alice and Jim, congratulations to you. And we'll remind you that next week, round 2 of our state tournament finals will have the women's doubles championships. I hope you'll join us. For everyone here at Pilgrim Lanes in Haverhill now, have a good afternoon.